Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be why men need to put women in their place when necessary. Well, this particular email is kind of a success update. I did a video newsletter, I think it was a few weeks, probably after, I guess, Valentine's Day happened. And so this particular guy, that email was titled, or video newsletter was titled, Canceled Dates, Flaky Behavior, and Inconsistencies in Her Stories. And so in that particular video newsletter, he was kind of getting jerked around by this girl, and he just decided to cancel Valentine's Day with her and kind of went into no contact to give her an attitude change. And so he shares how he basically put her in her place, and not only that, she actually thanked him for that. She respected him because he was willing to stand up to her and let her know when she was out of line. And he's does jujitsu, MMA, he works out, and so she also said that makes her feel safe and like he can protect her. So it's a good email to go through because you don't want to be a doormat. You don't want to let women walk all over you. You don't want to be soft and squishy. And the problem with the nice guys is the nice guys put up with this. And then what happens is the behavior just gets more out of control because you never set any boundaries and you never put a girl in her place and let her know that she's out of line with her behavior. You see this a lot with really liberal women, and that there's just so much boss girl energy because they're just with squishy dudes. Even though they're attracted to conservative guys, they just can't. They can't deal with it. They can't deal with dealing with a man, and so they have all these beta male orbiters and nice guys they're not sleeping with hanging out. And then they go and they hook up with Chad Thundercock, and then they complain about him to the beta males. It's pretty funny to watch. I see videos on Twitter all the time. These feminine boss, feminist style boss girl. They're all Democrats, and they just talk like men. And what they're really dying for is for daddy to put them in their place because they don't have strong men. They don't have men that have more masculinity than they do in their lives, and they're dying and crying out for it. That's why they make these videos on Twitter, is to get attention. They're looking for a real man. So this email is from a guy who behaved like a real man, put this girl in her place, and she's purring like a kitty now. So he says, "Hey coach, just a quick update on an email you made a YouTube video about. The name of the YouTube video was Canceled Dates, Flaky Behavior, and Inconsistencies in Her Stories. 10 days passed since I canceled Valentine's Day date with her. She texted me to see how I was doing. So they didn't talk for 10 days. That was no contact. He canceled Valentine's Day. I can't remember specifically what he said. You can go back and watch the video. It's on my website with the email analysis. It's all laid out there. And so he canceled it. So he didn't hear anything for 10 days. And back when I was connecting all these dots, I remember the one girlfriend in particular, one of the great loves of my life, when we had a little girl when we first started dating, who's almost 30 now, which I can't believe. But I remember like when I would do things, I'd act too beta, too soft, too unwilling to stand up to her. I mean, you got to remember, she grew up with 3 older brothers. They were always breaking her balls and teasing her and calling her out and not putting up with her bullshit. And when you act soft and squishy, and then her dad was a cop, her cousin's a cop, 2 of her brothers are cops. It's like everybody in her family was in law enforcement, worked for the local government, fire department, those kinds of things. So she was used to being around really strong men that didn't take any bullshit from her. And when a guy doesn't know any better, he really likes the girl, he's extra nice to her because he doesn't want to lose her. He doesn't want to upset her and drive her away, but sometimes you gotta put women in their place when they're out of line, because if you don't, they'll keep doing it. They'll keep misbehaving like a child, always trying to see what they can get away with. So he says, 10 days passed since I canceled Valentine's Day with her. She texted me to see how I was doing and said she wanted to see me. Huh, an attitude change. Jerking him around, blowing him off, to, I want to see you. And so my girlfriend, I forgot to mention, she would hold out for about 12 days. That was like the max. And of course, when that would happen, I was like, man, I haven't heard from her. Is she ever going to reach out again? And that was the worst feeling in the world. But when you go through that enough, and it happens enough times, you kind of get numb and immune to it and unattached. And then when you see that she always comes back when she's out of line, then she comes back. She's always more attractive, more attracted to you, more submissive, more playful, more girly, more willing to do what you want and not to be a pain in the butt. She came to my place and we had indoor Olympics. Hang out, have fun, hook up. That's it. That's a simple formula. A man's job is to create an opportunity for sex to happen. The following week, she brought getting together again, and we met. Here comes something I want to emphasize because you preach about it a lot. She asked me, what are 3 things that I loved about her? And I responded back by asking her the same question. Remember, what's in the book? Whoever is asking the questions is the one leading the interactions. You're the boss. You're leading things. That's why it's always better, in a case like that, answer a question with a question. It helps you be mysterious. And in another way, it's you're doing what you want. In other words, you're saying, she's asking you a question, but you turn around and you basically ask her the same question. You tell her what to do. You are daddy. You're her daddy. You're her daddy now. She said these exact words. I love that you put me in my place. Sometimes I start acting out and you tell me no. That's what daddy does. I need to be put in my place. These are her fucking words. So let me do this in girl's voice. I love that you put me in my place. Sometimes I start acting out and you tell me no. I need to be put in my place. I was thinking to myself, fucking coach, he was right again. Well, might not always be right, but I'm never wrong. She also said that she loved that I worked out, did martial arts, and she felt safe with me. She felt like I can protect her. What a compliment. He's acting like a man. That's the polarity. That's what attracts us to one another. That's why these liberal women are all crazy-ass cat ladies. The third thing she said she loved about me was that I wasn't affected with some difficulties I had at work because she wouldn't know how to handle it. I talk about that a lot. You know how women are, oh, you gotta talk about your feelings. You know, you gotta emote. We're just not built like that. And here you have a woman saying, I don't know how to deal with it. In other words, don't make your girl your mommy or your therapist. Don't bring your fucking problems to her. Share them with your therapist, your psychologist, your psychotherapist, and your guy friends who you are certain that they will keep their fucking mouth shut and not tell anybody. If you're feeling weak or scared or you don't know how to handle things, don't tell your girl. Here you have a woman admitting, I don't know how to handle it, because she's a woman. She's not built to handle it. You're supposed to handle it. That's the masculine role in the relationship. So, Coach, she confirms some things you talk about, which are, number 1, put her in her place. Set and enforce healthy boundaries. If she's out of line, tell her she's out of line. If she's doing things that are inappropriate, you need to tell her to knock it off. And if she doesn't stop, she gets the gift of missing you. You go and do something else with other people. You hop in a car and you go for a drive, go hang out with the boys, go to the gun range, zero your pistols and your rifles, do guy things. Go to the gym, go train, go do jujitsu, jump out of a perfectly good airplane and skydive, hang glide, go surfing, go mountain biking. Do masculine things. If she treats you right, she gets the gift of your time. And if she's an ass, she gets the gift of missing you. Number 2, make her feel safe. We did a video, myself and the girls, probably about a year ago now. It was a woman, I think she was a therapist or something like that. And she was doing a video, like a TikTok style video. It was only a couple minutes long. And she was saying the reason why us women don't want to sleep with you guys is because you don't make us feel safe. We don't feel safe. Because in other words, you're not acting masculine and manly enough. You got to be more masculine than she is. Again, they're attracted to the differences, the polarity. Number 3, be her mountain. Nothing can move you. Again, that's why you solve your own problems, and then after the fact, you can tell her about the challenge you had and how you overcame it and how you came up with a solution. When you're going through the shit, don't tell her, I don't know how to handle it. I might lose my business. I might lose my job. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. Oh my God, I'm so afraid. Mommy, let me suck your boobie. That's unattractive. They don't like that. Don't do that. You'd say, babe, I was worried there was a lot of shit going sideways in my life last week, but I meditated, made some phone calls, contemplated, hung out in the man cave, had a little whiskey, a cigar, and poof, the solution hit me. So I implemented it, and now things are working even better. She's like, oh, you're so amazing and brave. Oh, I got two of the girl puppies with me, and I don't know if you guys can hear it in the mic. They're play fighting. I was gonna bring him in here and so you could see one of the other ones who's really pretty and spotted, but still pissing and shitting all the time. So I just don't want to deal with that. I'm making videos. But they're cute and they're a lot of fun, but it's a lot of poop, a lot of pee. They're 6 weeks now. Anyways, he says, anyway, nothing. That's funny. Anyways, nothing of what she said changes the fact that she is dishonest. That was another thing. I'm not planning to take her on dates anymore, but she can come to my place when I don't have other things to do. Thank you, Coach, for everything. You are the best. So this particular woman, like I said, I can't remember the specifics of this video newsletter I did because it was probably close to a month ago or maybe longer. And so now that he says that, it kind of jars my memory a little bit. And that was part of the problem because, again, that title of that video newsletter, Cancel Dates, Flaky Behavior, and Inconsistencies in Her Stories. So she's jerking him around, canceling dates, blowing him off. That's why he canceled Valentine's Day. Because he was trying to give her his time and attention, and Valentine's Day is a special thing. That means that you're the most important girl in the world, or she's the most important girl in the world to you. And then the inconsistencies in her stories. So we know she's a liar, but fuck buddy, friends with benefits, sex playmate, wear your raincoat, practice safe sex. Don't want to be slipping one past the goalie. And so a woman like that, you don't call, you don't text, you don't reach out. There's no reason to take her out or do anything. It's just hang out, have fun, and hook up when she reaches out. Simple as that. It's good practice for him because the woman that he's going to really end up with, if he's looking for a long-term relationship, this helps him spot them. This helps him understand which girls are for fun, which this one, she's for fun. And then there's other girls that are for family and long-term relationships. But you can have a hell of a good time with a girl like this. And she'll adore you, but because she's a liar and she's displaying a lot of low character behavior, you got to be able to separate the two. So good job, Bob, on turning things around, putting her in her place. And now she's kind of eating out of your hand. But now you know what you're dealing with. Now you know that you don't try to turn the hoe into a housewife. That's just a fact. So if you got a question or a challenge and you want to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen on any page of my website, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Go get them, Rocky. If you guys haven't already signed up for our paying members only content, in the video description of this video, there are links to join on YouTube, or you can join on Spotify, or preferably our website, understandingrelationships.com. And also the great thing about the website is you can do a 7-day free trial and check out what content you get for your money. And if you choose an annual plan, you'll get a 25% discount for paying the whole year's premium up front at the end of the 7-day free trial. We got hundreds and hundreds of great videos there. Obviously, on the website, you also get the email analysis. If you just want to watch videos, I would say probably YouTube or Spotify are your best bet for those. But if you're a more serious student and you're going to use a laptop computer or like an iPad or something like that, or a desktop, because you really want to concentrate on this and you want to see the emails, I'd say the website is your best bet. Plus, the website and Spotify are going to have videos that are just not going to be on YouTube, or we've had to kind of censor things just because of all the Karens that work in the content moderation department. There are just a lot of things I talk about that they simply won't allow me to go full breach. So wherever you subscribe on Spotify, that's where you consume the content. Spotify is not connected to my website. It's not connected to YouTube. So wherever you subscribe is where you consume the content. Obviously, we prefer that you subscribe on the website because you just get a lot more stuff for your money. Plus, all the books are there. And the way I look at it is the website is set up to be a content library with all the articles, so you can really sit and concentrate and read and listen and watch as we talk about these things. So go there now, understandingrelationships.com, click the plans tab when you get there, or click the link that's in the video description, Until next time, I will talk to you soon.